Welcome back. This week we are sewing at least one pair of lean pants shorts, the shortened version. So the first thing that I need to do is clear off this table so that I can cut on this table. So I am working on getting everything cleared off. I just keep moving these back and forth. We should be good on this. I'll roll it up later. I've got a ton of empty bobbins. During last week's test sewing, I ran through like 3 bobbins. Not because I was filling bobbins, but because I was trying to empty some so that I had some to use, because I think you can still get this shape, but sometimes it's just easier to empty them when you're test sewing. So we'll get those put away. Scissors. So the first thing that we're going to need to do once we get the table cleared is we're going to have to lay out the fabric that I have and decide if there is enough, because I'm pretty sure I can get the pant back and the pant front out of the fabric I have. It's when you start adding in the pocket bag that I start to have questions on whether I have enough or not. So there it is. So I think I decided this was too thin. Alrighty. So I did find this morning, so this could work. So I guess clear this off really fast. I did make one more set of changes to the pattern, so I will tell you about that once we get it laid out. We have a little bit of a bend over there. Okay. Let's start with this one. This is the most opaque piece that I have. It is like 40 inches, 42 inches. And right now I have it so that the selvages are touching instead of the other direction like it typically would, because my pattern pieces are wider than the 42-inch width. If it might work if you're skinnier, but I'm not. So I have it folded this way so I can still do the doubles. And let me see if there's a nap or not. It doesn't really matter what direction I turn it, it looks the same color. So I can do a little bit more finagling. There's no nap causing color differentiation like it would with a crushed velvet or something like that. So I should tape that down, but I'm not gonna. Oh, maybe I should. Okay. So let me tell you about the changes I made. I have made one more adjustment. After last week, the rise was still kind of like sinking down, if you can see, on me. And typically that means that there's still an imbalance in between these two things. So when I put them on and I pulled them up to the right height on me, so like the waist, because it's a high waist pair of pants. So I pulled it up to here and it fixed a lot of fit issues, except it was still tight here. So I did another full butt adjustment on it that I'm thinking will solve the problem, because after the last one it got better. So that led me to believe that that was probably just not enough. So I did more. So I just about doubled what I had done the first time. Ooh, so I cut it again right here. So let's lay it out and see what we can do here. I am gonna make these a 5-inch short. And as far as the seam allowance goes, I'm probably just gonna do a 1/2 inch rolled hem. So 1/2 inch and then 1/2 inch, so I need an extra inch. We're gonna have to do some creative pattern laying here, because I'm certainly not following the directions. Where's my other piece? So we'll do the same thing on this, but as you can see, if I do it this way, it's not gonna work. If I do it this way, and I do the 6.5 inches, or 6 inches. Yeah, 6.5 inches up here. I can probably, we'll see what 6 inches looks like. But I might be able to get it up here. And then, okay, so this is the problem that I thought we were gonna have. It's that this is not enough fabric. So these are all the same, about the same amount. So that's not gonna work. What do I have enough of? I have enough of this, but I wanna wait until I have the pattern, that I'm confident in the pattern. What else do I have in here? These are like satins. I also have chambray upstairs, which I actually like and wasn't very expensive. Let me go grab that. We'll measure it up. So here's what I have. I have 2 yards of this chambray, which I might have the same problem with. I might not have enough. No, there's more of this. Okay, so we're gonna try to make a pair out of this. And then if I also have time, I'm gonna make a pair out of this kind of thinner, but I don't think it's see-through when you hold it up, but I don't think it's gonna be that see-through when you wear it. So if we have time, we'll make a second pair out of this. So unfortunately, since this just got washed and chambray is just a little wrinkly, I have to iron this first, so let's do that. So I paused for cause there because I realized I was having a hard time figuring out how long to cut them, and I thought it would just be easier to fully like trace the pant front and the pant back so that I like wasn't fighting all of the tissue paper on the back of the pattern and the full length of the pant leg. And so I pulled up the video where she adjusts her shorts for length, and she said she cut hers an inch below the pocket line. So I went ahead and did that because it'll end up being like a 4 to 5 inch short, and that'll be fine. And if I want to make it a little longer next time I can, that's not a huge deal. Or if I want to add a ruffle on the bottom if they're not quite long enough, that's also an option. And I'm also realizing that I need a lot less fabric than I thought. So I still might be able to get a pair of shorts out of some of those shorter pieces of fabric. So it was a detour I didn't want to take, but I'm really glad I took it so that I can get this laid out without so much hassle. So that's what I'm working on right now. That is all of the pieces cut, I think. So I'm going to work on clearing the table and getting the sewing machine set back up so that we can get going on sewing. I'm only going to get to one pair today, which is just fine. And I'm gonna do, there's an option on the pattern to do extra stitching on, like, to make it look like jeans, if you know what I'm talking about. And I think I'm gonna do that. And if you're wondering where I get my pattern weights that look like that, they are not pattern weights. They are the bases of old trophies from my childhood. So I did figure skating when I was a kid, so these all say like what team I was on that year and like whatever place we got at the time. And while I don't have the trophies themselves anymore, when I went to go get rid of them, I decided that they would make really good pattern weights, and I was correct. The bottoms of these are like, except for one, the bigger one I think is like a composite or a resin or something, which is still heavy. But the other ones are granite, which has been perfect. And at some point I'm gonna go through all of these scraps that I have from these projects. Like the purple dress had scraps, this has scraps. It's enough to like get some, what's it called? Like charm packs, I think, are 5x5, whatever one of the standard quilt block sizes are, one of the small squares. so at some point I have a stack of quilt squares that I can work from. And I don't know if you guys can hear what's happening outside. Hopefully my microphone dampens that. But it is pouring down rain and thundering outside. So if there's like a crack of thunder or there's a flash in the window, that's what's happening. Now that we have all the pattern pieces cut, this is a pocket, waistband, this is the front panel, these are all doubled by the way, and the back panel. So I say we do a little speed run through what needs to be done today. The only thing that I can't do today is get the elastic in and get the stitching done on the elastic, because my elastic's not going to come in the mail until tomorrow. So we'll do that tomorrow. But today we're going to do a little speed run through sewing these shorts. The shorts are finished. So my elastic came kind of late in the mail, so it's just about bedtime for me. But I just slipped the shorts on. I have a few notes. This, I did that extra full butt adjustment in the back, and it fits so good in the back. And it fits really nice in the front too. I don't feel like it's like doing anything crazy. For me, I think I would like the shorts just maybe like an inch, but also maybe not. And also, I don't know if you can see this, and this might be because I made the adjustments to it, and this just might be like a style switch that I need to do. Not 100% sure. I think I would maybe like take, because they feel kind of flared, so I would think I might straighten them out just a little bit for the next ones. But also there's a lot of good space to move around in these, so like maybe not. They're cute. I did the top stitching on the elastic. I did the top stitching on these seams. The pockets are great. They're just about to stick out the bottom, but they're not. If I have to, I can tack the pocket, but these are great, and they're gonna be perfect for summer. And I'm really excited to sew some more pairs of these. Maybe sew a pair of pants. I'm not sure when I want to do that yet. I don't know what I want to make next. Maybe we'll do a little knitting. Who knows? The world is my oyster. And I have so much fabric that should get used because it's here and I already own it. And I'm excited to do some more summer sewing. Let me know if there's anything you want me to sew. If you want me to make a top or make some more shorts or like an accessory. Maybe we do a little quilting. What do you want to see this summer? Anyways, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you've stuck around with me on this Getting the Fit series, and I'll see y'all next week. Bye.